She's the head of maintenance at British Petroleum, member of the Association of Women Entrepreneurs, and a member of the project, who will talk about the experience during the STEAM studies and her professional career. So before the Vice-rector presentation, I would like that our STEAM project partners will introduce themselves. So please, we will start with the project coordinator, Portugal, Nuno Gasal, please.
Nuno Gasal, I'm a project coordinator. A man, strange. Our institution has 12 schools. Is a group of schools. The preschool to the secondary level. And it's a pleasure to be with you. And I want to thank you for your organization, your commitment. Okay?
Hello, I'm Lena. I'm from Portugal too, from Silves. It's my first time in the Erasmus project, and I'm enjoying very much. I'm a teacher. I'm a biology and geology teacher. Nice to meet you, and thank you for having us.
Hello, my name is Angela Cotara, and I represent the Professional Foundation. I am the president of this foundation. We look forward to share with you our experience because we are advocates of gender dimension. This is the 5th project on this kind of approach, and I am called, in fact, mother of the project.
Hello, my name is Leonardo. I am from Romania, and I am economist to the foundation, the professional foundation.
Thank you.
To continue with Romania, please, Sorina Palan.
Hello, my name is Sorina Palan, and I am a director of strategic program and partnership for the partner. I am glad to be in this project. I am a second time in Castellon, thanks to Emela, who facilitated me in a meeting with the Erasmus project. And in this project, in this kind of project in gender, we are involved for the first time. We are new in this project. Thank you.
Thank you to you, Sorina. It's a pleasure. Dimitrie Cantemir University intercommunicates with us, so the second member of the university, Dimitrie Cantemir.
My name is Davidina. I'm Vice-rector for the Dimitrie Cantemir University. Our university is a private university, the first university in Transylvania area from Romania. We have 4 faculty: law, science, economic, psychology and social science, geography, and the medicine, and the dental medicine from 2 years. My specialty is social science, humanity science.
Thank you. And from Bulgaria, please, Svetlana.
Hello, my name is Svetlana Ferizanova, yes, from Bulgaria, Russia. I'm director of the private school, first private school, Leonardo da Vinci. This year we have 15 years of the foundation.
Anniversary.
We have nursery, we have kindergarten, we have school from 1st to 12th class. Yes.
Please, Liana.
I'm Liana Moller. I'm from Russia, Bulgaria. I am a teacher of IT, and member of this first private school, Leonardo da Vinci.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Now, please, Dad.
If you don't mind, I'll my screen because talking and sitting down. I know that in this case we normally sit down, but I can't think of it. So let me very briefly. I'll be very briefly because the idea is to introduce this framework program that we are launching now. It's part of the institutional equality policy of the university. It's one part of it where we are trying to target, to focus on the needs, as you will see, to promote in line with what this European project is promoting. That's the STEAM, among other aspects that I'll mention. First of all, I'll tell you why we've chosen the name Lamarr. You probably know her. The reason is that Hedy Lamarr, that's her name, we consider it as a woman that really broke stereotypes in a time, and that's also in line with the project. She's known by that should be full. Sorry, that should be full. Like full screen. Yeah, if it can be full screen. Yeah. Oh, like that. I think that's it. I think no, full screen. I think that's it. I think that's more or less like this. We go down from it's working. It's not really full screen, but anyway. Don't worry, we'll see it. Yeah. Well, these things also happen. We'll see if we can do our best somehow. So one of the main aspects why she's known is because she was the main responsible for the first on-screen nude. In fact, she was a very famous actress, and she was the main star in Ecstasies, a film in 1933. And all her life she's been known for a Hollywood actress and for her personal life, right? With 6 marriages, and because of, sadly, by the end of her life, she had several issues related to personal life. But there's one part of her life that has not really been put forward so much, and the truth is that she was also an inventor. She was a mathematician. She was an engineer. So that's this second side that we would be more interested in, and that link. She was responsible for okay, so this is going to be this is going to be an interesting.
I can do with
Let's see.
if you want.
Let's see. She was also responsible for. Okay. She was also responsible for, this is what one of the aspects that she discovered was the frequency hopping spread spectrum. And it is said that according to that discovery, that might have influenced and be related to the use of GPS nowadays or Wi-Fi. It's not that she discovered that, of course, because sometimes this is misunderstood, but it is linked to that particular aspect. That was very important, but she never got personal recognition on that. That was never done. So with this project, we think that it's a way of celebrating that. So this double aspect, that she's an actress and a mathematician, engineer, breaking stereotypes, is what gives names to the program. So let's go to the program. It's a program that's where we are linked with these different vice-rectorates, although it will be coordinated by the vice-rectorate I'm responsible for. It's also linked to the vice-rectorate for research and the vice-rectorate for students as well, because of the nature of it. Then about the main goals, as I was saying, is on the one hand, breaking stereotypes, and very, very, very important part. On the other hand is innovation, promoting innovation in our students. And third aspect is promoting and trying to diminish, reducing the STEAM Cup as well. And there are some actions where these three aspects are linked and connected. In fact, by reducing that, you also are breaking stereotypes. So it's very important for this, the agents involved within the project. We have already started drawing contacts, but what's very important for us is to have women CEOs, women entrepreneurs. That's why we have connected some of the associations, and in fact, the second speaker represents precisely that. But we also need engineers, we need scientists, we need women that are scientists and are reference, like we have examples here as well as our university, our professors, and we need to make that visible, we need to empower that and make it visible to society. And we have also contacted state agencies like the Women Institute at a state level, and a project that's in Novakia, developed by researchers in Santiago Compostela University, where they are trying to promote innovation with their project, and we have established contacts, so they will come to university to train, on the one hand, our admin staff dealing with research, so that they can also help not just students, but also researchers give that gender perspective in research. And on the other hand, also for our students to promote their interests for innovation. That's so important. And other actions that we will be developing together with them. And of course, we do need educational institutions. Like in your project, we need to make a link to other educational levels. Not just university, because what we want to change is a social change. It's not something that we do inside our institutions and it stays there. We want that, and we want to have an effect in society too. So we need to connect with secondary, with primary education, with academies, with any other organizations that deal with education, and we need to do that together and coordinate action so that it is fruitful and effective. And so, as an example of the associations units within the university that take part, this is just an example because there are more. But we have, of course, Fundación Universitat Jaume I-Empresa. We have this particular project that's very important action. We have an institutional project that started recently for citizenship, science, and scientific culture with the same idea. We have Isonomia, who are also working on gender-related aspects in university and have been for many years. And they have established links with society, moving beyond the university level. Of course, we have our equality unit. We have the director here today that has been coordinating for so many years all equality actions in the university, and this will be related to one of them. But there are more, of course, and we would like to have more. We have the dean of the faculty for experimental sciences here, so it's very important for us to have that link too, of course. And any other research groups are very much welcome to join in the actions. That's something that we will make open, of course. And so, what are specific actions within the project? To give you an instance of the action. Mentoring program for STEAM undergraduates, very important. I'm going to tell you more about it, but we would like to open it even more. Then our idea is to train on innovation, as I was mentioning before, with the help of state agents. So that is not just that, but we also have resources, because this is not enough with just having an idea and working together. We need resources, we need a budget for that, and we need help in that sense, and they have everything very well structured. We know that there are already, this is not new, there's the possibility to create spin-offs for our students, but we would like to change it a little bit, to tune it, to promote, to push women students to lead those ones to do that. We know that there are some that are already led by women, very few there are, but let's push it even more. We would like to push it even more, make it more visible, and also try to seduce them to work on that. The link with other institutional and educational levels, so it is very important. So make girls see entrepreneurship as a choice is very important as well. And this is something that's going to take time, and it's not going to be easy to change. It's not going to be easy because, unfortunately, as I was mentioning yesterday, we have in girls in schools, in high school, too often their target is to have so many followers in Instagram, or to make their story in Instagram the most visible one. And this is seen like, wow, that's how successful I want to be. So we have to be able to influence them, change that, so that I want to be an entrepreneur, I want to change the world, I want to do this for my society, and sense to make that as attractive as those selfies that they have done. And so that their level of attractiveness has nothing to do with how attractive they can be to a male partner or something like that. So that would be the idea here. And then something that we are really bad at, which is promoting women scientists. I mean, we have and that's history has shown us how good men have been, to promote men scientists, and science has the name of a man, always. So this is also something that we would like to change, and we can start from home. We have reference here, as I was saying before, and we have very important researchers. Let's make that visible, but let's open that to society, not just inside the university. We all know who we are. Let's make it open to society, and I think that we have that institutional responsibility. So let's promote actions that change that. So, in conclusion, our idea is to break stereotypes in the 3 educational levels, starting in primary, secondary education, like your project, but also breaking stereotypes in higher education. And that would be all for my part. Thank you very much for your attention.
Hello, good morning. Thanks to the organization, to the university, to the attendees, and Nela, Maria, for giving me the opportunity to be here and participate in this program as engineer in BP. I decided to become an engineer to contribute to change and to improve and give solutions to the world problems. I have worked as mechanical engineer for 15 years in BP, and in our company we deliver energy for people and their lives. We want to have a positive impact in the population and to contribute to the energy transition that is key for the world. Energy, power, all this has an impact on people, and we want to be there. I will explain a little bit about my story, that is a normal story. I was born in Almazora, it is a little village near Castellón. My parents were farmers, and when we went at the weekend to the farm, I could see the refinery, these big tanks, the flares, the towers, and I loved the maths at that moment when I was a little girl, and I wanted to work there. I had an aunt, she worked as a teacher, and she told me, Susana, if we want that, you have to study engineering or chemistry or science. And I did that. So I I studied chemical engineering at the Polytechnical University in Valencia. But on my third year, I realized that what I really liked was the mechanical subjects, pumps, compressors, and all that. But anyway, I continued to study, and I had put this mark because I have a special relationship with France. You will see that I have gone several times in my life. So I went to Rennes, it is on the northwest of France, and I had an Erasmus grant. I studied there in the École Chimie de Rennes, and I finished my studies. I came back to Valencia, and as I wanted to improve my language, my French, because when we give talks to the students, our message is that it is very important to speak the languages. It is crucial to develop your careers and to work in this world. So I went to the south of France, in Aix-en-Provence, and I worked during 6 months nuclear plant at the Centre d'Atomique. I don't know how to say it in English, but it is near Marseille. And that moment I decided that I had to study my second career, that was mechanical engineer. So I came back to Valencia, and I started working in a car company. It was a French company called Foxia in Valencia. They had a plant in Valencia. And at the same time, I studied mechanical engineer. You can imagine that it was 3 years very hard for me. I was very young, but it was my dream to become mechanical engineer. So I did it. I did the effort. During the day I worked, and in the evening, I went to the university and I studied at night at home. I succeeded. And in 2003, I went to Paris for 1 year to the headquarters of Foxia, and I became an auditor. And this gave me the opportunity to travel around Europe, France. I know very well that country. And I was an auditor of the production process and the quality process. In 2004, I came back to Castellón because finally there was a recruitment process in BP. We have a refinery here in Castellón, and after several interviews, I could start working. It was my second dream in the refinery. At that moment, in the maintenance department as cogeneration reliability engineer. Well, in cogeneration, we have several gas turbines. They produce the electricity and steel from boilers. Well, let me talk a little bit about the refinery. We have 9 refineries around the world, and in Castellón, since 1967, there is the Castellón refinery. We are in the industrial area of Serrallo. This is a very important industrial area in Castellón and the Valencian region. Apart from BP, there is a petrochemical industry called UJI. They are Japanese. The Iberdrola company, they produce electricity. And CLH, this is a logistics company. They deliver the products to Valencia, the products that we produce, because in this refinery we produce gasoline, diesel, marine diesel, kerosene, and coke. Also we produce light products like butane and propane that we deliver to Repsol, that is another company in this industrial area. So I started working at the maintenance department. It is a very risky work where we are dressed in safety clothes, with our helmet, with our gloves, with our bike, because it is very big and it is not permitted the cars inside. I stayed there during 5 years. I participated also in the startup of a new cogeneration plant. And after that, I have done several jobs in the refinery, not just maintenance. And this is an example of how the engineering and the science can give a very big opportunities to study. It is not just operational or mechanical, but a lot. So in 2009, I became the a project startup manager. It was the implementation of SAP, that is a program management system. And after that, during 5 years, I was the continuous improvement lead I worked at the Human Resources Department. That it is quite strange that an engineer works there. But it was a project where we tried, after the crisis, we tried to change the culture of the people, and to be more efficient and increase the productivity, doing the things better. But during these years, I had also 2 babies, Dani and Sarah, and as you can imagine, my life changed. In 2015, I wanted to come back to we call it touch the metal, and it's going to the operations, to the maintenance, we call it frontline jobs. And I was the responsible, I was the operations planner. It was a very hard job, very stressful, because I worked on duty and I was responsible for the logistics and the quality of the products that we deliver. Imagine the responsibility we had. It was 3 years that I was out of my comfort zone, but I learned a lot. And I learned to control the risk and the stressful situations. That for me, it has been very important even in my personal life. I have participated also in the turnaround maintenance activities that they are done in the refinery. For example, here I am at the top of the flare, 75 meters high, where there is a fire. Well, now there is no fire. I was there because I was responsible for that maintenance, to assure 5 years more of activity. Now, last year, after the summer, I came back to the maintenance department because I wanted to come back there and develop my career. I want to lead people in the maintenance department. It is not usual. It is usual that women work there. I feel very, very well. And after 9 months, and now I am the project manager of a project to improve the technical competencies of the operators there. And it is a very strategical project. I have very people to increase the motivation, and really I have 18 months with me, very, very